Good morning, ayan, 3:01 ng umaga. Maaga tayong aalis ngayon. Punta tayo ng Metro Manila at a-attend tayo ng graduation ng Lyceum of the Philippines University Cavite Campus sa PICC. Tara, samahan nyo. Pick up. Ayan oh.
Itong ba?
Ayan, yung pick up na yan oh. Ayun, inilalabas yung driver. Ayan, may aksidente rito sa General Trias, tapat ng Alphamart.
Hindi ko yung kanyang likod.
Ayan, magbe-breakfast muna kami sa McDo drive-thru. Ayun.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to McDonald's. Right,
Good morning.
Take the order, please.
Ano ma'am? Ayun, one piece chicken, ano?
Hindi ako sausage lang. Yung ganyan sa with egg.
Isang longganisa with egg.
Coffee.
For dash ba yung drink?
Coffee.
Ano pong drink?
Coffee.
Okay.
At saka ang akin ay mac crispy chicken fillet a la king.
With garlic rice and egg.
Garlic rice and egg and coffee na lang ang drinks.
Also with hash brown.
Yeah.
May additional order pa po?
Wala na.
300 pesos per window na po for payment.
Thank you.
300 pesos.
Yes,
RC pay ba? Word na lang po sila, sweet na lang.
nabihan ko lang siya na yun.
Lampas.
So sa kanan na lang pumunta tayo sir. Previous lang sa coffee.
May nakapark eh.
Sa kanan po.
Saan kanan? Sa kalye?
Yes po. Sa may harap po ng Starbucks.
Okay.
Kanan po. Thank you.
Okay, ayan, 5 o'clock ng umaga. Nakarating na kami rito sa PICC. Aga namin, no? Madilim pa. Ito ang back door ng PICC. Ayan na yung mga taga-registrar's office. CR muna tayo. Yan, ito ang loob ng PICC. Ang ganito kaaga. Yan, nag-aayos pa sila. Yan, dito kami kakain. Yan, sa sobrang aga natin, naabutan pa natin naglilinis. Ito ang reception hall. Yan, mga guard ng LPU yan. Ayan, gagawin nila yung backdrop. Dito yung pwesto. Pwede ka picture. Ito ang plenary ko. Ayan, nagawa na nila yung stand. Pwede lang magpa-picture. Tingnan natin yung taas dito. Ayan, kaway tayo.
Hi! We're here at PICC and we're attending the graduation after 3 years. Yay!
Ayan, unti-unti na napupuno ng tao. Ito yung mga parents. Busy sila.
Despite the distance and her busy schedule, we are very grateful that she has made the effort to be with us today.
Thank you for inviting me to speak today. I am very pleased and honored to be here and to join you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. All these fields were very close to my heart, and I made sure that I wasn't compromising any of them, but I did all of it at the same time. I had big plans for myself. I was a graduate of marketing management, and to be honest, I did not know what to do with that degree at the time. I did, however, study tourism management as well, and guess what? With those two degrees combined, I still don't know what to do with all those degrees actually. But that's okay, because it'll come to you eventually, because it did with me. Just make sure that you keep moving and you don't let yourself be stuck. Maybe some of you don't have plans right now. That's fine, but keep improving and working on yourself. We don't know what the future holds for us. You see, I planned to take it easy, to enjoy life. And I did enjoy life. But my plan to take it easy didn't work. It was a path paved with tears, hardships, disappointments, and heartbreaks. It was hard. And mind you, it will get harder. But I have learned through time that once the path gets easier and I've achieved a goal, I have to move on to the next one. Your true success will be defined by how you handle both of these times. As you graduate and take on new challenges, chances are you won't become a millionaire from your first job. You might not be able to get your first or second or third job with whatever interview you go to. You may never become a CEO, but that's okay. The important thing is you have already taken the initial steps needed to build a more promising future. To give you an example of how perseverance can pay off, let me talk about the woman that I know. So this woman that I know, she didn't finish college. She worked as a maid and sold tuba or coconut wine at the early age of 11. She started high school when she was 16. And she did all of this because she had to finance her siblings' studies. After finishing high school at the age of 20, she went to Manila to work again as a maid. And there wasn't much opportunity for her, for people who did not graduate at the time. It's like she's starring in a telenovela. Her life is just so dramatic. But she worked hard. She got married, she saved money, bought properties, and put up her own business. She fought to navigate through this cruel world. She did not let life intimidate her. She persevered, not just for herself, but for her family and for her 3 kids. And this woman is someone I proudly call Mama. So to all the parents out there, to all the parents in front of me, this is also your success. You also persevered as your children had. Ladies, gentlemen, the Pride Community graduates, you have taken a key step towards your successful future and also the betterment of your family and your community. You worked hard, spending months learning new skill sets. Our complex and technical world today requires education and skills that were not needed in the past. And ultimately, your well-educated generation will benefit all of us in the future. You are now armed with some of the most important tools needed to forge your path ahead. It's not the diploma itself that counts. It's about what you've learned along the way and what you do with the education you've gotten in your journey to graduation today. Your future is in your hands and no one else's. You have to seize every opportunity. And when faced with self-doubt, look back at your trainings under your professors. Think of someone that inspires you to persevere. But most importantly, never forget to appreciate yourself. Acknowledge your hard work and prioritize your holistic health and well-being because your #1 investment should always be yourselves. Graduates, best of luck to all your future endeavors. The hospitality industry and the rest of the world is excited to see your success. Thank you very much.
Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics. Bachelor of Science in International Travel and Tourism Management with specialization in Health and Wellness. Bachelor of Science in International Travel and Tourism Management. Bachelor of Science in International Hospitality Management with specialization in Hotel and Restaurant Administration. Bachelor of Science in International Hospitality Management with specialization in Cruise Line Operation and Hotel Services. Bachelor of Science in International Hospitality Management with specialization in Cruise Line Operation and Culinary Arts. Bachelor of Science in International Hospitality Management with specialization in Culinary Arts and Kitchen Operation. Bachelor of Multimedia Arts. Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Arts. Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in Early Childhood. Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies. Bachelor of Arts in Foreign Service. Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Technology. Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy. Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology. And Bachelor of Science in Biology. Master in Public Administration. Master in International Travel and Tourism Management. Master in International Hospitality Management. Master in Business Administration. Doctor of Philosophy in International Hospitality Management. And Doctor of Philosophy in Business Management. Dr. Pilapil Andrew Nico Atawa. Master in Business Administration as of first trimester of academic year 2021.
It's the day for which we have all waited. I am certain that we are all thrilled and elated as we are about to finally reap the fruits of our labor. This is a significant chapter in our lives as we are wearing sublights that symbolize our academic achievement. We endured many sleepless nights and overcame several challenges throughout our journey. We never gave up despite the setbacks we faced, so we deserve this day of triumph. As a Lycean, I can believe that I am a graduate of this prestigious school with Latin honors. I can believe that a simple boy like me can taste the sweet success despite the darkness and bitterness of my past. Just to share my journey heading to the finish line, when I was 5, my mom and dad left me because of some problems. I always ask my lola, nasaan na po si mami, nasaan na po si dad.
Yan, lunch break. Kainan na.
The faculty leaders and coordinators.
It's really an opportunity and privilege you're giving me to share my knowledge, my education, experience, expertise. And I'm celebrating my half a century of practice in architecture in 40 countries. I did not just take up architecture, also urban planning, environmental planning, management excellence in different universities. And I continue to, even at my age, 72, I continue to study, studies. There's a speech here, but I just also ad-lib a little bit. So thank you very much for the confidence and firmness being given me by the studying. And first let us recognize and give thanks. Thank you so much to your parents, to your guardians, your first teachers and benefactors, the professors, instructors, and other noteworthy individuals who gave time, counsel, encouragement, and even consolation during your stay in the university. Henry Adams said, quote, "A leader affects eternity. He can never tell where his or her influence stops." The world is rapidly changing, and now more than ever, we must stand firm in our ideals and core values, which I strongly believe are like lighthouses. They will never move, even in a stormy weather. And to help bring our country well into the 21st century, we can start with ourselves by identifying and strengthening our core values. If I may share with you a few principles I apply myself with the best that I can and were adopted by my associates, colleagues, fellow staff of Palafox Architecture Group, and Palafox Associates. First, professionalism and excellence. Always serve with the highest level of professionalism and excellence. Remain humble, trainable, teachable. Clients and the people you will work with deserve the utmost level of service from you. Let us maintain the long-term vision of elevating the international stature of the Filipino professional. Honesty and integrity, I think it's also your core values. We're aligned with the core values of the university. Corruption, as I learned from the seminary, comes from two Latin words. Cor, the heart, rapture, to break, or corruptore, breaking down together. So with corruption, we are breaking down together a broken-hearted nation. With the prevalence of corruption, we seem to live in a country or society with the broken-hearted. Without corruption, our country shall be in the top 20 economies of the world. And it's up to you, future leaders of this nation, to use your education skills, bringing our nation toward global excellence. Let us not be afraid to speak up and act in truth at all times, at all costs. Take courage in standing for what is right. Great leaders like Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore and Sheikh Rashid of Dubai, who I used to work with, founder of Modern Bank, practice good governance integrity that drastically transformed their countries from being third world to the most admired countries of our time. These leaders are visionary with strong political will, good appreciation of good urban planning, good design like architecture, engineering, and excellent management. Thank you, sir. Innovation and creativity in the face of challenges. Remember that today is not the end of your education. It is only the beginning. Never stop learning. Do not avoid difficult situations. These are your chances to be creative, resourceful, and to build personal strength and character. Digital information is the end result of a series of strategies. The pandemic that shook everyone's lives in 2020 led to the amazingly exponential growth of digital information across the world in small and large-scale institutions, and that was beyond revolutionary. Can anyone imagine having to endure 2020 without access to internet? Internet is not known as basic as electricity, water, gasoline. The pandemic forced us to universally embrace the benefits of this technology. As Winston Churchill wisely put it, quote, "A pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." Stewardship of nature and the environment. Genesis in the Bible, chapter 2, verse 15 says, "The Lord placed man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it." We are here on earth as stewards only of the Creator. No matter what career path you, the graduates of class 2022, choose, keep in mind that our temporary home, this planet, should always be factored in every equation, in every circumstances. Indulge me as I share with you this. In 2009, our firm, especially me, hit international news. I gave up a $1 million architect's fee, commission to design a 6-star hotel in Subic. But my clients got a tree cutting permit to cut trees. They instructed me to destroy 366 70-year-old trees. 366 70-year-old trees. I returned the contract. I got legal cases against me after that. Because to me, a 70-year-old tree is also part of God's creation. The replacement value is 12 million pesos per tree. For the oxygen it gave for 70 years, fertilizer gave planet Earth, the rainwater harvested, the cooling effect gave the environment, and the beauty gave the environment. So my conscience could not take it. I gave up the $1 million. I was sued for 50 million pesos. I stood my ground, and even international media, CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, they came to the Philippines to meet the crazy architect who would give up $1 million to save the trees. After giving up one project, I got 5 projects. So one window of opportunity lost, but more windows came out. The U.S. State Department. The U.S. State Department were for 6 battle monuments in 5 countries. We were the only Filipino architectural firm engineering invited to international competition. We won all of them. We were the only non-Americans invited. And then the Sultan of Brunei heard about the story. I'm not a Muslim. He chose me to be architect of the largest mosque in our country, in Cotabato. Then, emirs of Kuwait, they heard about sticking to my principles. They said there's a Filipino who do not give us principles. Directly hired me for a $1 billion investment in Clark because of sticking to my principles. And then Qatar, the embassy, and so on. And then it became international news. So never be afraid to stick to your principles, including fighting corruption. To me, fighting corruption is a corporal works of mercy, because the worst sufferers of corruption are the poorest of the poor. And I'm an architectural activist because I only have 111 million pesos in libel cases against me for speaking the truth, allegedly maligning the good names of the corrupt. So do not be afraid. If you read the Bible, it says there 366 times, do not be afraid. Fear not. And God has given our country so many blessings. And we are #1 in the world in marine biodiversity. We're #1 in the world now in sailors. We're now #1 in call centers. I'd like to believe we are also #1 in nurses. We're #2 in the world in geothermal energy. We're now #2 in BPOs. We have the 3rd longest coastline in the world, 3rd or 5th, longer than the coastline of the United States. Dubai only had 70 kilometers of natural waterfront, also art as prime real estate. So Sheikh Mohammed decided to do the Palm Islands to increase their waterfront. And Sheikh Rashid, the father, I was there, excavated the desert, or the largest man-made harbor in the world. So they just had to, Iraq invaded Kuwait because of Kuwait blocking Iraq to the Arabian Gulf. I think what's happening now in Ukraine, Russia wants more waterfront. And here we are, so blessed with natural waterfront, and we don't know how to take care of them. And elsewhere in the world, waterfront is very prime. And what else do we have? So we are #4 in the world in gold reserves. We're also #4 now in the world in shipbuilding, thanks to the Japanese and the Koreans. We're #5 in all other mineral resources. We are #12 in human resources, and Filipino expatriates, the one to call them OFWs, Filipino expatriates are the preferred employees of all employers in the world. Sheikhs, royalties, developers, colleges, cruise ships, what have you. So we have so much blessings. If we only address all our challenges, and our country is so strategically located. If you rotate the map of the world, we're right in the center. It's no wonder for more than 300 years, we were the Asia-Pacific hub of Spanish Europe. For 2 years, the British, 50 years, the Americans, and 4 years, the Japanese. So it's already a given. All superpower countries will always be interested in our islands. It's a given. So despite the many challenges, if we only address corruption, criminality, climate change, inequality, infrastructure, and incompetence, we should be a first world nation by 2040, and by 2050 in the top 20 economies of the world. So let's watch out our leaders. That in construction alone, study made, survey said,
Mr. Executive Director for Academic Affairs, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation for special term of academic year 2020-2021, first semester and second semester of academic year 2021-2022, who have been recommended by the Academic Council, having validly and satisfactorily completed all the requirements prescribed by the Lyceum of the Philippines University for the various courses and degrees, subject to the confirmation of the Commission on Higher Education.
If you didn't try hard, that's one thing. But there is no such thing as not doing well. I think you all are very good, and you can even be better. These are the words from a novel by Mu Guowang, which really struck me. In sharing this, I hope that these words remind you to give yourself enough credit for the accomplishments that you have received, no matter how small you think it is. If you think that you've done a good job, I commend you for that. If you think that you still have greater potential, which I believe everyone has, keep in mind that everyone present in this momentous event believes in you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great day. First of all, let us take a moment to thank Architect Felino A. Palafox Jr., our commencement speaker, Attorney Roberto P. Laurel, our university president, Dr. Ramon C. Maniago, our executive director for academic affairs, LPU officials, coordinators, faculty members, guests, parents, and my fellow graduates gathered here for making this day possible. We are also thankful for our professors and faculty members who stood as our second parents and gave us the knowledge that we surely need. Your efforts were not wasted, seeing that you were able to produce such a wonderful batch as we can see here today. It is a shame that we spent almost, if not more than half, of our college lives through online classes, but we appreciate you guiding us despite these obstacles. To our family, who have provided us with the things that we need, and for supporting us throughout our journey, we are aware of all the sacrifices that you have made, although there may be times when we may fail to show how thankful we are. We would also like to express how we appreciate you for believing in what we can do even when we fail to do so. Failure can be a scary thing, but we find comfort in thinking that there will always be people who have our back because of you. We are very blessed to have been given such privilege, and we know that we would not be able to thank you enough for all of that. To our friends and classmates who have been our support system during our college life, you have made things more bearable, and having someone to ask for help whenever needed can make all the difference. I hope that after this day, while we walk on different paths, we may never forget that we will always have a friend to depend on, just like how we used to. We have shed tears for our failures and shortcomings in the past, but now, maybe, we'll shed the same for our achievements. For all the countless sleepless nights and never-ending deadlines, it is a blessing to have shared them with you. And today, we'll share another moment. One that's going down in history, at least in our history. To my batchmates who lit up the hallways of LPU Cavite campus every day back when we were still having face-to-face classes, it is such a nice feeling to see those familiar faces again, especially on a day like this. Let us all take this moment to thank and commend ourselves for persevering and trying our best until we can finally wear our sublime and receive our diploma. We all worked hard for this, and now we are finally able to achieve it. Just like what Taylor Swift said in Long Live, of all the years that we stood there on the sidelines wishing for right now, finally, we get to be the kings and the queens. This moment is ours, and no one can take it away from us. To our alma mater, Lyceum of the Philippines University Cavite, for the education that you have provided and the values that you have instilled into each and every one of us, for the friendships that we have built through you, for the growth that we were able to experience during our stay, we are grateful. These are memories that we will hold dearly for the rest of our lives and tell stories about in the future. Last but definitely not the least, we would like to thank the Almighty God for giving us the opportunity to live out the lives that we have, and for giving us the strength and capability to give ourselves more and seek for what we truly deserve. May He continue to guide us in our path and help us succeed in the future. Before I end this cheesy speech, I would very much like to say something that I feel is very important. As cliche as it may be, there is no single path towards the future, but rather there are countless of them. Now that we are about to set foot in the society as adults, I hope everyone finds themselves in a career that brings them genuine happiness and success. Being confused as to what you want to do after this day is valid. Being confused at any point of your life is valid. Confusion is there because the future is uncertain and we have so many possibilities to choose from. Never limit yourselves based on what the society believes you are. Thank you everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the
University, and to the ideals for which it stands. Veritas et fortitudo.
Veritas et fortitudo.
Prodeo et patria.
Prodeo et patria.
So ayan guys, ginabi na tayo ng uwi galing sa PICC. Time check 6:15 na ng gabi. Again, ayun, maraming salamat sa inyong panonood at walang sawang pagsuporta sa REF channel. Sa mga hindi pa po nagsusubscribe, pakiclick na lang po ang subscribe button dyan sa baba. Pakishare na rin po ang video na ito. Muli, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood.